Hey everyone, this is Mark Dayton, and I'm making a video for my blog at themindofmark.com. That blog is more personalized for the story and the journey I'm on, the spiritual journey, the financial journey, and uh, with some more mindset and personal development training aside of it. And I'm making this video to show you the transformation I've gone through from the high school moment until now, and it's absolutely mind blowing. And at first, I was thinking about doing this, and I started thinking about the things that I would share, and I just started feeling ashamed until I remembered that there's no condemnation with God. I'm already forgiven. I'm a new creature, and if I feel bad for something I did in the past, I'm holding myself back. So I grew up. I would go to church as a kid. I've been to a few different ones, and it was mostly, it was fun for me. The kids part of the church was fun. We'd always make cool snacks, do coloring, learn, have fun. Uh, as I got older, I grew out of it, and to me, it was completely fake. Like, the Bible was ridiculous. I was that person who would like pick it apart to see all the lies that were in it. So actually, as miseducated as I was about the truth, I was still educated very highly that I could fight anybody, debate anybody when they bring up a Bible verse, because I wasted that much time trying to discredit something that has now changed my life. And just for example, in high school, I was the kid, I was the rocker, I had the long hair, I wore nothing but band shirts, black clothes. I wasn't goth. I thought goths were freaking stupid as hell. And I just had that look. I only had a couple real good friends, but I didn't really have enemies. I was picked on a lot. But the thing is something about me is if anyone ever made a comment, and this got me in trouble a lot, even with the teachers and everything. And I almost, even now, I kind of see it as a gift. They would say anything, any comment they would make. I would literally, in less than a second, have something smart to say back to them. I've kind of lost that over the years because I stopped being so negative. But seriously, it didn't matter what anyone said. I'd had something to say right back, and it would just absolutely piss them off even more. Uh, and excuse me if this language is offending you. I'm a person. I'm a human. I'm not perfect. Uh, but anyways, words only are bad if you make them bad. It's all about the thought. No word is actually bad, but if you give the word a negative value, then that's where it's bad. But anyways, back to what I was originally talking about. So in high school, I was actually the person who would ridicule and discredit and make fun of the Christian kids. Like bad. Like I look back now and I'm just like, wow, dude, like I was definitely a douche to them. And I've actually, since I've been saved, I've gone through and I've asked them for forgiveness, even though since I became a Christian, I knew they already forgave me. But that's not the point. I just wanted them to know, like, hey, I'm saved. I can't believe I was making fun of you all this time when you were in something that was so much bigger than us. And like I just remember, like for some reason, one that sticks out to me is like this girl. She was very nice. Everyone picked on her, and I realize now all the Christian kids that everyone was always picking on and weren't really friends with, is because they saw Christ in them, and that scared them, and that's why they were picked on throughout high school. And I'm just glad I'm done with high school. Let's just say that. And one time, this one girl, she's a wonderful person. She was wearing an anti-abortion shirt, and I just remember making fun of it, making really messed up jokes about it, about abortions. And I mean, a lot of people were, but I'm talking about me here. And and it kind of bothers me now too that the school was making her take that shirt off, knowing what I know now. I was never for abortions, but I just use every opportunity to make fun of people. And so I was just terrible. It reminds me of Paul in the Bible. He used to just kill Christians, and now his ministry and his wisdom is in the Bible. Um, So I graduated high school. I moved on. I was in the band. I did it full time, literally. I was touring. I was playing shows every weekend. I've opened up for big acts. I've opened up in front of over 8,000 people. Like, my music career was awesome. And randomly one day, my cousin, who we've always been really good friends, but I didn't hear much from him. He randomly called me and asked me, he's like, "Hey, you want to go to church with me on Sunday?" Now, this blew my mind because my cousin was not the church going guy. I mean, he was doing heavy drugs, drinking nightly. Literally, like, at the time I was impressed, and now I'm not, neither is he, but he could get any girl he wanted. Literally, just like that. Every single night, different girls doing different drugs, drinking, partying, had a pocket full of money. And basically, like, if you said you were related to him in this area, like if someone was messing with you and you brought up his name, they would literally back off from you in a second, which I thought was cool at the time. And again, both him and I don't really see it like, wow, I can't believe we lived like that. But anyway, so he asked me to go to church with him. And I was just like blown away, but I was like, sure, I'll go. And I remember sitting in that church, and I'm just like, this is freaking cult. This is ridiculous. Everyone chanting the same words together, which, by the way, still today, I kind of agree. I have a very different opinion with the modern church. I'm not going to get into that here. But it didn't really have any impact on me. I was like still just making jokes in my head the whole sermon, the whole time I was there. And then I went home with my cousin, and he showed me something, because I was always into facts. Like I said, I was able to discard the Bible quickly. And he showed me Kent Hovind or something like him. That he was a science teacher, and he was using things we know, things we were taught in school, and showed how in the Bible, like there's actually evidence the whole world was at one point completely flooded, all underwater. I learned that in school. But yeah, there was a different excuse. It's like, but the Bible actually wrote that happened. And, you know, there's just tons of science behind it. And I loved it, like actual facts and how it's actually been written in the Bible. And that's what sparked my interest. So I was like, wow, wait a second. So I opened the Bible, look at it, and like, the Bible does say that. The Bible already talks about why things are like this. I learned how carbon dating is full of crap and completely, it's not accurate, and it was just mind blowing stuff. And I was getting ready to go on tour around this time. My cousin had bought me my first Bible, and I was going to his house every day, and we were talking about the Lord. I was learning. I was becoming really interested, and I was really into it. He bought me a Bible. So I was on tour. So when I was on tour, I was on the road just constantly, just on going state to state, city to city. And in between shows, there wasn't much to do. I mean, we checked out sites, of course. So I had the Bible. Of course, my band members were giving me so much crap. I didn't care. It was like, what are you guys doing? You're just sitting here being lazy bums. So I was reading the Bible, and it was really starting to reach out to me. And then one night, I'll never forget this moment ever. I have a picture. I hope I can find it so I can put it in the blog I'm going to be posting this video in. I literally that day, I asked God, I said, you know, if this is real, I need to know. I could keep reading this, but it doesn't give the credit I need to fully give my life to you. So please, if you're real, God, please give me a sign. That night, right before we played, right before we went on stage, it didn't rain or anything, but it was really kind of dark out, like gloomy. And someone's like, holy crap, look at that in the sky. And I looked up in the sky. There is a double rainbow. Now, double rainbow, if I saw that, would mean nothing. But it's a double rainbow. You know, double rainbows stack on top of each other. Some freaking supernatural way. It was a thick rainbow, but it was all pink. And one part went up like this, and another part went across. So there's literally just a huge pink rainbow cross, but it wasn't really rainbow because it was just all pink, right above where we were playing. The same day I asked for a sign from God. Right above the venue I was playing at, a huge, huge cross in the sky. I started shaking. I got goosebumps. And, maybe this doesn't mean anything to you, but if you were in that position I was in at that moment in my life, and that just randomly happened, you'd be like, holy crap. Like, So maybe it only is hitting me, but the people I showed the picture to is mind blowing. So I instantly called my cousin up. And I was like, dude, this is real. The Bible's real. God's real. Jesus is real. All of this stuff happened. And I told him about the cross in the sky. And we just like sat there and we rejoiced. We were all excited. And he warned me, he's like, you're saved now. The devil is going to put a target on your back. Like, bad things might seem to be happening, was just because the devil is absolutely pissed off at the fact that you've left his reign. And from that day on, just like, whoosh, I see life in a spiritual realm, because this world is fake. It's not real. So I try to see it as a spiritual side. Everything in the physical relates to the spiritual. And so that's how I was saved. I went from someone crucifying, discrediting, bashing, hurting Christian people to now living my life for God. And even with everything I had learned about how the Bible was fake, that all went away, because when you become saved, it's something that only you can experience. You could try to explain it, like I'm trying to explain to you now. It might have zero effect on you. But when you have this feeling, I've never had this feeling. It literally, like water just whooshed over my whole body. I was just like, whoa, and I like rose. And it's just been one big journey since. And I'm so glad that I live for the Lord now instead of for the world and for pleasing people. And this is how I got saved, guys. And I'm going to have the link to my blog post about it. I'm going to have the exact picture of the moment I was saved. And I think that alone is powerful, at least for me, to actually have the actual second I was saved in a picture. So that's my story, how I went from someone who hated God to living for God. So I just thank you all for watching this, and I hope maybe I touched some lives. And please comment on this. Please share it. I love spreading the word of God, and share your story. I want to hear how you were saved, what happened in that moment, because there literally is a moment, like, you may kind of believe, but then the second you truly are saved, it's you can't explain that feeling. So thank you all for watching, and I'll have the link to the blog at the bottom of this, and I thank you all for your time.